Oh wow. I did not have my microphone on the whole entire time. Ugh. It's been a stressful week. Actually, a stressful 3 weeks. To be honest with you guys. I'm gonna wait a few minutes before we start, and then I'm gonna start the video. Alright guys. So I'm gonna talk about being a jobless photographer with minimal income. And I'm gonna talk about a few stories about a couple of friends of mine that had to sell their studio to keep their apartment to pay rent. So the American government decided to play Russian roulette with people's lives here. And let me tell you that Trump is not doing a better job, or the Republicans, or the Democrats. My friend that's been living here for over 20 years had to sell her or get rid of her studio apartment because she couldn't meet the requirement rent. And this has happened to a lot of photographers across this country. Now, keep in mind, this is why I didn't want to invest in the studio. This is why I wanted to invest in an apartment and make it into my studio. And this is why it's best to sometimes do your work at home and sometimes not to do your work at home. Because, take it from me, as someone that's been a victim of robbery in New York City in 2017, it was pretty bad. And I led these guys to my studio / apartment, and they took everything and burnt everything, burnt the house, apartment, blah, 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 blah. But right now, what is the government going to do for the people that have small business or self-owned businesses or self-employed? And that there's ways, but then what happens when that money runs out? So the best thing that you can do right now is try to still look for work. It's not going to be much, and it still never will be much compared to what you were making before. But if you want to get into journalism photography, let me tell you, guys, it's a risk factor. As a documentarian, as a journalist, and as a photographer, and as a travel photographer, and as a travel consultant, this is why I'm not going out there shooting the protests or the riots. It's too dangerous and too violent. Not only that, I was just me and my friend was just insulted last week here in Portland because of the protests. You got black people attacking Caucasian white Americans, and you got white Americans attacking black Americans. I don't want to be part of that. But what I want to be part of is a community that makes sense, that actually wants to live and see a better future. No racism. This is what the Panda Photographers is about. And let me turn to B on this one. You know what? I'm not going to change the beat on this one because I'm preaching right now. Because I want people to understand that, like, Panda does not tolerate any of that gruesome behavior. That going out there destroying mom and pop shops that have nothing to do with Black Lives Matter or the death of a black life or a white life. Why are you going out there destroying the police station? If you want justice, why are you going out there and destroying the police station? If you want justice, why are you going out there and destroying a courthouse or a justice system? Doesn't make sense to me. If you want justice, let justice be served. But people don't understand what they're actually fighting for. And I know what I'm fighting for. As a photographer, I'm fighting for my rights. Ooh. I'm fighting for my rights as a photographer to be a part of a community, a society, and make a living. With this going on right now, it's not making me a living. It's putting us photographers at fear because we gotta walk outside with $1,000 worth of gear, not knowing someone might just do something that might be unorthodox. So, with that said, I want to emphasize two things. As a panda photographer, I want to make the difference between Japan and the US, and I want to make it clear. In Japan society, I'm pretty sure I can still make money. Not being fair. I'm not saying that America is something that's... Well, at this time, I'm... like I said in all my videos before this, I'm afraid. Because you got a black man that just attacked a white, unarmed man walking by himself and hits him with a brick. Let's say someone, a Caucasian American, decides to do that to me in retaliation. And this is what I'm talking about. As a photographer and being in the States, it's problematic. But as a photographer, no matter where you are, jobs are going to be hit and miss. Some places, they're dealing with the COVID-19 better than others. Here in the States, not so well. Japan is doing really, really well, but they're still closing their borders. And I don't not blame them for that reason. And I told my parents, if they don't allow me in, then that's fine until me time, but maybe I should have chosen Japanese citizenship. Who knows? But like I digress. But the point is, here's the fact. The fact is, I haven't seen a job from Fiverr in 2 weeks. I haven't seen a photo job in 3 weeks. So yeah, I'm like crushing my salary. I mean my savings actually, and I don't want to spend any more money in my salary. I guess I have to pay hostel fees, but this is why I ask people to support the channel. Subscribe, like, share, support, donate. If you can, $1, $5, $10, 20, 15, 25, 30, 50, 100, 1,000. I don't care what amount it is. Long as it helps this channel grow and keep the lights on. That's important. And most people don't understand about YouTubers. And I'm not just a YouTuber. This is my way of living as a photographer, as a documentarian. I did well for the first 6 years, well, first 5 years. And then things took a turn. And I had to stop because of legal issues and problematic issues. And things happened in New York, which kind of offset a lot of things. But photographers like myself are going through the issues. Like my friend. He had to literally sell 2 of his cameras just to pay his rent for the next 3 months. Ouch. Yes, he has like 5 cameras, but that shows you that he had to sell 2 of his cameras that he used for his daily jobs to pay his rent for the next 3 months. Just so he doesn't get kicked out of his place, because let's be fair here. Trump executive order did not stop landlords from kicking people out. It did not. Landlords did what they needed to do because it cost landlords money. They also have to live too. So we got to look at this on both sides here. And people are not looking at it on both sides. People want to just look at it one-sided. And I don't want to look at it one-sided. I want to look at it on both sides here. Because people have a right to make a living and stay afloat and keep their homes. I have the right to keep money in my savings account and not spend it on hostel fees. And not get fucked on all 4 sides here. I'm just being honest with you guys. As a photographer that travels and do podcasts, I have to demonstrate some physical emotion. If I don't, it makes it seem like I'm not fazed by it, and I am fazed by it. I am terrified by it. It's a hard time to be a photographer and be in this predicament. It's frustrating at times. It's just terrible, and most people don't understand how photographers have to like literally substantially support themselves and their families and themselves. It's not easy, especially traveling and trying to look for work. It's not easy. I wish people would stop saying that right now, because you can't travel. The passport right now is the most useless thing in 2020. I post that on my Instagram, by the way. So did my friend in Thailand. She didn't mean that because she wanted to come back and she couldn't come back, and she couldn't even leave Thailand. Yeah, she's the young lady got her GoPro 7 stolen, and I replaced it. Yeah, she's the same young lady. She's cute, by the way, and she's funny. But the point is, it's the most useless thing in 2020. Can't do anything. Now, yes, you have opened the borders, but there's certain restrictions that you have to obey. So, keep that in mind. But with that said, everyone, I'm the Panda Photographer, and as I said, if you want to support this channel, please do so. It's important. I love you, you love me. You came here to watch me and also get some knowledge from me as a travel photographer. As a digital nomad, I would say, or I would categorize myself, because I am a digital nomad. I travel for work. Digital or consultation doesn't matter. I travel for work because I feel comfortable in that sector. And that sector gives me flexibility. And I like being my own boss. Even if I don't make revenue or income for the day, I'm still alive. And if I live the next day, I can still push on the next day and do better and better and better. As you guys have seen this channel grow and grow and grow. So keep that in mind. Now, if you guys like the double setup, I know this camera's not doing any justice, but if I fix this really quickly, let's minimize that really quickly. Hello. If you like that setup, let me know. I'm using the Canon 80D with the Iris 15 2.4 wide angle. The Sony A77 Mark II with the Minolta 50 f1.7 gives you the crops of 70, 1.5 crop. I'm using Red Shark LED lights. If you guys want to purchase these lights, please be my guest. But this is Panda. I'm a photographer. I don't sugarcoat anybody's nonsense. Not anymore. I used to, but now I have to be really justified to stand up for the right people. And the right people are you. The innocent people on YouTube, the innocent photographers that are subject to this kind of abuse. This kind of, I can't make $1 because of this whole protest going on in different cities. It's a scary moment. I do not recommend going out there taking a risk with your gear. Now, it's up to you if you want to capture some moments to make your name. That's good. I'm not doubting that. That's good for your reputation and for you. But you be careful out there. Properly wear a press vest, so the cops and the protesters can distinguish you from the difference, so they won't attack you. But then again, you're going to have some protesters are going to attack you anyway, because they don't like the press. And that's the reality of it. So whose side are you on? You have to stay on your side. As a photographer, the only side you could be on is your side. You can only defend yourself. You can defend these asshats. They're not going to protect you. You only can protect yourself, man or woman. You want to go out there, you want to cover a story, you want to make a name for yourself, do the right thing. Buy the proper gear, press pass, press vest. Make sure, wear a press pass. Seriously, wear a press pass. Differentiate yourself. Wear bike lighting or caution lights, so the police can see that you are you're not causing problems. Or the protesters. But then again, like I said, protesters and police are not going to care at the time. Because it's getting chaotic. And like I said, if you want to negotiate with a news agency for your photos, make sure they pay you a good penny. Because some of them like to lowball you. It's like Craigslist. Craigslist. It's like Craigslist. People like to lowball people all the time. Never gets old. But with that said, I'm at the Portland hostel. And turns out I won't be employed until January 2021. So I got 4 or 5 months left before I can see work. That means in 4 or 5 months, what am I going to do? I gotta grind hard as hell. That's what I'm going to have to tell you. Yes, I'm going to have to grind harder than ever before. Because someone made a mistake and decided that there's no employment because of the pandemic. Only certain senior officers or certain senior civilians have their jobs. I found that very unfair. Very unfair. Like, I was literally looking forward to working again and making a really good income. But now, it's not looking very well. And I'm not sure what my future holds. In 4 months, 3 months, 2 months. I'm not sure what my future holds. This is why I ask you guys to subscribe, like, and share, support the channel, and be what you can be. And do what is right. And support people. Not just me, but everyone else. Support people verbally. Let them know consciously that you are with them. Because right now, there are a lot of people right now that need your help. And I'm one of them, but I don't really need the help. But it could help. But all this protests and riots and this racism, to me, it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying. What do you want me to do? Sit here and preach on Black Lives Matter and I agree with Black Lives? I don't agree with Black Lives Matter. As a photographer, as a documentarian and a journalist, I do not agree with Black Lives Matter's scare tactics to con small businesses into extorting them out of money. Or the fact that Black Lives Matter leaders or organizers are going into public businesses and with megaphones and doing what they want. This is not. No. If you don't understand the business or who owns that business, they're immigrants. I'm pretty sure most of these small businesses that have been here for 20, 50 years have started through their ancestors. Them migrated to America. And you want to take that from them? Come on. Doesn't seem right, does it? But as a photographer, I'm struggling too. I gotta make money. I gotta grind hard. I've been looking for jobs all day today and none suit me very well. It's always, do you want to cover the protest? I'm not risking a $2,000 setup for $200. That's not gonna fly. And this is what news organizations want you to do. And I get it. I see the benefit of it, but when you skill at something, you know you're good at something, you can get the work done. No, you don't want that kind of value. And your boss should value, or if he's even your boss, because I made this video about your boss should value. If the boss doesn't see the value in you, then you must move on. And that's what I did with Porchlight. It wasn't my boss, but it was an employer that did not see the value in my work ethics and my multicultural education. So that tells you a lot. But with that said, everyone, earlier today I did a video about the GoPro 7 with the Chronos ND filters, and I'm going to tell you right now, I gave it a 3-star. But with that said, someone left a bottle of wine in the refrigerator, and it was up for grabs with no name on it. And Sarah was like, "It's up for grabs. It's no name. Take it." So I'm drinking it. I don't know who it belonged to, but thank you. It had no name on it, but it's Wednesday, but it's every Monday. But I always leave food for everyone else to have. Guess this is fair. But cheers to all you YouTubers and viewers and subscribers. Kenny. See, I'm playing music in the background this time because this is non-copyrighted music from YouTube. So, if YouTube strikes me with a copyright, I swear, YouTube, you're getting a panda spanking with the backhand on the side. Everyone knows the backhand hurts a lot. Well, does it? Yeah, it does. It hurts a lot because this is nothing but bone. So it's like, pow! Yeah. But anyway, guys, I wanted to also make a live stream to demonstrate how skilled I am in OBS and doing a 2-camera setup. It's not hard. Honestly, it's not hard. Get it to work properly. Get the bit rates to work properly. You can get both cameras to sync properly, as you can see. Pump, 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 pump. And then, like I said, using LED lights and then using natural light in the background. So you guys like that? You like the bokeh? I guess it's fixed on me because my face is lovely with the A7 camera. Yes, I have face detection on. That's why it's like sticking to my face. But yeah. So I'm also using the Sony Heron H900 H2s, whatever, Mark 2s. Amazing, by the way. I don't even have to turn them on. I have to plug in, but not on. And they sound good. If I plug them in, they sound even better. But with that said, guys, all this stuff that I purchase, disclaimer, no one's ever sponsored my videos. I get free stuff, but no one's ever wanted to sponsor my videos because everyone knows that Panda is very critical and does his own thing. Okay, I see 2 people in here, but no one's commenting. I see you, but I don't know who you are. But anyway, guys, I just want to emphasize about how jobless I am and how jobless other photographers are. My friends are jobless. They're photographers. They're looking for work. Fashion year might not even happen this year. Yeah. I like to go to Fashion Week and make money. And that might not even happen. How am I supposed to live? So, if you guys want to support the channel, be my guest and support the channel. Subscribe, like, and share, and comment. Financially, PayPal and Venmo is down in the description below. But we are 23 minutes into this live stream, and it's looking green and looking good. It's really smooth, as you can see. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Fast reaction. Smooth. I really like my setup. I really do. I'm grateful to have this setup. Because if it wasn't for some of you guys, like Michael the Raven, David Oster, at some point, he doesn't watch my content anymore. But, whatever. There was for a lot of photographers that supported what I did. And I'm grateful. That's what helped me, kept me stronger. It helped me keep positivity. But, yeah. So, with that said, I think this is a great look. I can flip the screens. This is how I like transition over. Yeah, it's a good. I mean, OBS is great, but you know, if I had a second or 2-man team, that would have been more efficient. So someone can just can control it from their point of view, and I can just worry about more of the vocal and more of the content. But I have to do everything. I'm a one-man army, and it's a really hard job to do it. To be honest, it's not easy. And most people think being a YouTuber is easy. It's not. It's not the easiest, because you have to figure out all the AI techniques and the ECOs and the hashtags and what's going to help trend your videos and how it's going to help get viewers to your content and to your video. It's a hard job, and I don't think YouTube is being fair when it comes down to that. It's making it harder and harder for a lot of people that have interesting stories to tell or interesting content. And I've seen many small YouTubers that have very interesting content. I'm sick of these big YouTubers like, oh, same old, same old. You want to talk about your riches and your money? That's fine. That's boring. We want to talk about real life stuff that happens with the community, the people. Okay, let's blast this up a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm such into the music in the background. I need to behave myself. I need to behave myself. This is all non-copyrighted music from YouTube, by the way. I have tons of it. It's insane. Like I literally almost download like 25%, 30% of the library. It's insane. But with that said, everyone, I'm Panda, and if you guys want to support, be my guest. But as a photographer, I kind of like being at this house though. But then again, well, this is like only safe haven at this time. Because if I'm pretty sure, like I went out to do the video for the indie filter and like didn't record it, but since I got downtown, it's like, okay, let me avoid this area because it's getting a little chaotic. But anyway, I just wanted to emphasize how life is as a jobless photographer that is not seeking much work. And it's important that you guys understand that I'm not the only one that's affected. There's other photographers out there that are affected, that are trying to figure out how to make the next $50 to pay for their phone bill, or $33 average on electricity. What about rent, food, subsistence, transportation? All that counts. It really does. But with that said, everyone, I'm the Panda Photographer. You just been schooled. If you like the content, please do subscribe and like and share. I really appreciate that if you guys do that for me. But with that said, everyone, I'm sorry the microphone looked hot. Wow. What's going on there? Let me turn this down a little bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on there? Eat, sleep, photography, week. Eat, sleep, photography, videography, repeat. And I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys take care of yourselves. Happy shooting. Don't get in trouble. Stay out of trouble.